temple commander in Jew, so I know how to adjust. So this I wait, and if you're going all the way, then it will go down. Hare Krishna. So, Dallas is a very, very important place on the map of ISKCON. This place was founded by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And first Gurukul started here. And Prabhupada was very happy and proud that the kids are studying Vedic science. So, learning has no end. So, the Dallas is education kshetra. Here I am, and I didn't know that I had to meet all of you today, but we're in Atlanta. Rajasthan Prabhu came to meet me. And then he sent the message to everybody that I am coming in this area, but program was not fixed. So kind of half the way we got everything fixed. Anyway, so I have along with me Achintrapa Prabhu, and my assistant traveling with me. He did his BTech, he did his MBA, he worked for a few years, and then he chose to wear saffron cloth and join full time. And he can share his experience with all of you. Well, earlier experience was shared by elderly people. But now, the young generation, they don't care for old people. So we are outdated. But no, in the life, maybe in science, maybe outdated. Like in our time, we didn't know what to call mobile, we didn't know what to call computer, we didn't know anything about that thing. We didn't know even what to call TV, only radio was the last thing. But yes, time changes, so things changes. But experience is very, very important. Experience of life. So elderly people, they had more experience of life. They have spent many years to gain that experience. It's unfortunate that now our education has made us struggle. Earlier, they went to their parents if some problem was there and get some help and moving with experience. So anyway, the topic today was given to me is importance of practicing Krishna consciousness in youth. So how many of you are new? New in it? From how long?
20.
That's not new.
2 months.
Okay.
Oh, it's been 7, 8 months.
You were singing? Who was singing? Okay. Where are you from?
My family is from Andhra Pradesh. I'm born here from.
Oh. But you are singing like from Bihar. I thought from Bihar you were singing. छठ का गीत गाते थे वैसे ही गा रहा था.
It's a compliment.
Yes, it's compliment. You are nice. So, importance of practicing Krishna consciousness in youth. Now, I'll just take one sloka from Bhagavatam, 7th canto. The Prahalad Maharaj instruction to his demoniac schoolmates. This is 7th canto, chapter 6, and text number 2. So please repeat after me if you have a book or something. 762. Canto Bhagavatam 762. Okay, got it?
Yes.
यथा हि पुरुषस्येह विष्णो पादोपसर्पणम् यदेष सर्वभूतानां प्रिय आत्मेश्वर सुरे यथा हि पुरुषस्येह विष्णु पादो समर्पणम् विष्णु पादो सपर्णम् यदेष सर्वभूतानां प्रिय आते स्मर सुहे यथा हि पुरुषस्येह विष्णु पादोपसर्पणम् यदेह सर्वभूतानां प्रिय आते स्मर सुरे
यथा हि पुरुषस्येह विष्णु पादोपसर्पणम् यदेष सर्वभूतानां प्रिय आत्मेश्वर सुहृत् यथा हि पुरुषस्येह विष्णु पादोपसर्पणम् यदेष सर्वभूतानां प्रिय आत्मेश्वर सुहृत्
यथा हि पुरुषस्येह विष्णु पादोपसर्पणम् यदेष सर्वभूतानां प्रिय आत्मेश्वर श्रुत्
Girls,
यथा हि पुरुषस्येह विष्णु पादोपसर्पणम् यदेष सर्वभूतानां प्रिय आत्मेश्वर सुहृत् यथा हि पुरुषस्येह विष्णु पादोपसर्पणम् यदेष सर्वभूतानां प्रिय आत्मेश्वर सुहृत्
yatha, in order that, he, indeed, Purushasya, of all living entities, Iha, here, in this material world, Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, Padopasarpanam, approaching the lotus feet, Yat, because Esa, this Sarvabhutana, of all living entities, Priyaha, the dear one, Atmeshwara, master of the soul, super soul.
or super soul.
Suhrit,
Suhrit,
the best well-wisher
the best well-wisher
and friend.
and friend.
Purport by divine grace is Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
The human form of life,
The human
Human form of life,
the human form of life affords one a chance to return home, back to Godhead. Therefore, every living entity, especially in the human form of life, must engage in devotional service to the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. This devotional service is natural because Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the most beloved, the master of the soul, and the well-wisher of all other living beings. Purport. The Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 5:29, Bhuktaram jagatapasam sarvaloka maheswaram suhridam sarvabhutanam yatva mam santimicchati. This says, knowing me as the ultimate purpose of all sacrifice and austerities, the Supreme Lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pange of material misery. Simply by understanding the three facts that the Supreme Lord Vishnu is the proprietor of entire creation, that he is the best well-wishing friend of all living entities, and that he is the supreme enjoyer of everything, one becomes peaceful and happy. For this transcendental happiness, the living entity has wandered throughout the universe in different form of life and different planetary system. But because he had forgotten his intimate relationship with Vishnu, he has merely suffered life after life. Therefore, the educational system in the human form of life should be so perfect that one will understand his intimate relationship with God or Vishnu. Every living entity has an intimate relationship with God. One should therefore glorify the Lord in adorance of Santaras, or revive his eternal relationship with Vishnu, a servant in Dasya, a friend in Sakhya, a parent in Vatsalyaras, or a conjugal lover in Madhuryaras. All these relationships are on the platform of love. Vishnu is the center of love for everyone, and therefore the duty of everyone is to engage in the loving service of the Lord. As stated by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam 3:25-38. Esam aham priyatma sutascha sakha guru shuddhadaiva idam. In any form of life, we are related with Vishnu, who is the most beloved, the super soul, son, friend, and guru. Our eternal relationship with God can be revived in the human form of life, and that should be the goal of education. Indeed, that is the perfection of life and the perfection of education. A nice purpose. Om Ajnanatimirandasya
चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः।
Namo
विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण।
So the topic is the importance of practicing Krishna consciousness in the youth. Well, practicing of Krishna consciousness or becoming Krishna conscious is the duty of one and all. Here in this section, so let us understand what is called Krishna consciousness first. So the consciousness are of three kinds. The first consciousness is pure consciousness. That is called Atma in Sanskrit. The pure consciousness, the symptom of Atma. In that, no, I don't need this one actually. I have my back problem, so I'm trying to adjust up and down here.
So you want support, we can go against the
You put against the wall.
Yeah, we can put against the wall.
That can stop.
Oh, so you can help improve.
Yeah, I will go back. Come on, go. Oh, very good. No, I'm okay. So, the consciousness means in Sanskrit, one is called Atma, other is called Jagriti, and other is called Bhavana. In English, there is no word. Sanskrit has many words. Right? In Hindi, we call Mama, Chacha, Upa, okay? Mosa. But in English, everybody uncle. They don't have word. And many a time, like I tell that when Radharani walks, her walk is compared as, it is said, Gajagamani. Gajagamani, very nice. That's a Alankari, decorated word, Gajagamani. But if I had to translate in English, then it would say, Radharani walks like an elephant. Does it sound good? You call any woman, oh, you are walking like an elephant. She will take her chapel and throw it. But if you say, oh, you are walking like Gajagamani, so English has no word. The very soft. Only 26 syllables is there, you do everything. So, the consciousness, we will call, there are three, Atma, Jagriti, and Bhavana. And translation of all three is consciousness. Let us see Atma. What is Atma? Atma is the pure soul who never forgets Krishna. Jivare Sarup hai Krishna Nityadas. So constitutional position of living entity to servant of Krishna. And one who is on Atma platform, they know this thing and they are fully engaged in service of Krishna. Second one is called Jagriti. Jagriti means also conscious. If somebody becomes unconscious, but still some air is going up and down, Chetna hai, then we tell that he has Jagriti, he is still alive, he is not dead. Through consciousness, that is called Jagriti. So Chetana means pure, Atma, Jagriti, symptom of living. And third one is called Bhavana. Bhavana is the contaminated consciousness, and that is called Jiva. See, Atma and Jiva. So here when it called, Krishna consciousness, so our real consciousness, our constitutional position is that we are servant of Krishna. But right now we are contaminated. So this consciousness had to be purified. And purified consciousness is called Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada said, first we have to be conscious before becoming Krishna conscious. And what is there to be conscious? Go inside, do introspection. What do I want in this world? Am I getting what I want? Do all the introspection. Be conscious, be aware of things. So, how one can be aware of things, like suppose for example, we are going out and it's 12 o'clock daytime, and light is on outside, and we pass by. That is not being conscious. I mean, the light belongs to Krishna. The energy belongs to Krishna. So what we are supposed to do? When you see the light on, 12 o'clock, midnight, we switch it off. That is called being conscious. Once Prabhupada was in morning walk, and one tap was open, water was falling, one devotee just ran and switch off the tap. Prabhupada said, this is called Krishna conscious. So you have to be conscious in order to become Krishna conscious. Now, the topic is very nice, and I like the topic so much. The practice makes man perfect. Our consciousness is right now polluted. We need to purify this consciousness. How to purify the consciousness? By taking the medicine, because we are in contaminated consciousness. So what is the medicine? Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Inne che aushadhi maya nasi bar lage hari naam mahamantra lavatumi name. So every age has different kind of medicine. Like in Satyajug, the medicine was Ashtanga Yoga, Tapa. In Treta, the medicine was big Yajna. In Dwapar, the medicine was worshipping Saigram at every home. But in Kaliju, Kalau Tadhari Kirtanam, Kritaya Dhyayato Vishnu, Tretayam Jetamakai, Dwapare Parichadyayam, Kalau Tadhari Kirtanam. In Kaliju, the medicine is chanting of the holy name. Now, so this is the medicine. This is the thing which will, purify our consciousness. Now, how to bring this in practice? How can bring in practice? By regularly chanting. Karat karat abhyas ke jadamat dosh jana. So we keep chanting all the time regularly in every form, then it will come in our system, it will in practice. Now, life begins in childhood. Our brain is like clean slate. It's not contaminated. So, whatever we do now in youth, the life is divided in four. The life of learning, the student life, called brahmachari life. Life of practice, that is grihastha life, whatever I learn. And the life of teaching, vanaprastha life. And the life of renunciation. So, in brahmachari life, that's in youth life, is up to 25 years. So, anything you want to learn, you can learn in this 25 years. Anything. Even our body grows up to 25 years. Body cannot grow more than 25 years. If we start growing the way it is growing now, in 100 years, our body will become like touching some 5-star building or something like that. Maybe that one. But no. Only up to 25 years. And then it starts sinking or deteriorating slowly. First we are skinny, then become slowly expanding. That's what happened. So, all the learning had to be till 25 years. And we should not waste our life. I mean, okay, you all are studying, very nice. But same time, along with the study, you must practice Krishna consciousness. Both things should go side by side. Earlier, in old age, people knew these signs. Now, whatever we learn now in young age, of course, subtly it will work throughout our life. But the real time is when no one is around you. No, people today are suffering. If you find out on Google what is the biggest disease, I learned that biggest disease in the world is loneliness. Due to loneliness, people are getting depression, committing suicide and other things. But if you have practiced Krishna consciousness now, then in old age, it will work. It will become, your best friend, that you are confined with something. You will not feel lonely. Krishna will always be there. And this material world, as we know, is full of miseries. Dukhalayam, this is a miserable world. Now, if we, practice Krishna consciousness, and if you are strong, then after 25 years, even if you get bewildered here and there a little bit, doesn't matter. Because toward the end, we'll come back. In Hindi they are saying, जैसे उड़ी जहाज की पक्षी फिर जहाज पर आए मेरो मन अनंत कहाँ सुख पाए. If there is a bird sitting on the sailing ship in the ocean and there is water everywhere, right? Now the bird may fly, but where will she go? There is water everywhere. Again she will come back on the sea. Same way, if we have practiced Krishna consciousness in our youth life, then later on, even if you get bewildered here and there, where will you go? There is distress everywhere, dukhalaya. There, no matter wherever you go, if you think by money I'll become happy, you can earn money, but you will not be happy. I am telling, by seeing the millionaires in India, how unhappy they are. They are insecure, they are afraid of life. I mean, the normal people, they can walk on the street. But the billionaire, they cannot walk on the street. They have jet plus security, right? And they are always afraid that somebody may take our money. So this world is full of misery and miserable, and then we have to come back again. So if we have practiced Krishna consciousness from now, then this one will help us when we need. So it is very important then we practice now. Our brain is fertile, whatever you study, whatever you read, just go directly here. You can memorize very easily. Forget it, in old age you cannot memorize. Rather, in old age, you will start forgetting whatever you have memorized. Right? In old people, they forget. So, at least you all intelligent boy should understand this point. At least you have somebody who tells you that, okay, don't waste your time. Other thing you can do, eating, sleeping, mating, having a fun, you can do any time. But practicing Krishna consciousness is very, very important from now. In fact, in this chapter, Prahalad Maharaj, you heard the name of Prahalad Maharaj, right? So one day, when he was in school, of course, so many things had happened between him and his father and all those things. So one day, his teacher, they went out for some household work. And they left the kids in classroom. So all the kids, they wanted to go and play. And then no teacher, the kids will make it noise or go out and play. But Prahalad, he didn't want it, he was just sitting. So they wanted Prahalad also to come. And Prahalad told, why don't you come? Every time I have cooperated with him, now you cooperate with me. So he asked everybody to come and sit down, like this. And then he started teaching the science of Krishna consciousness. And first thing he said, Kaumara acharit pragno dharman bhagavatan iha durlabham manusam janma tadapi adhruvam arthadam. He said, you start practicing Bhagavat Dharma. Bhagavat Dharma. What is Bhagavat Dharma? The Dharma, the word Dharma is like bridge. So the bridge, Prabhupada said prescribed duty. The Dharma means like bridge. What does bridge do? Connect the one shore to other shore, right? In the river, one shore to other shore, connected. So the Dharma means a bridge which connects. Now where it connects? So it's a Bhagavat Dharma. A bridge which will connect us with Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, indirectly saying, please practice Krishna consciousness. Bhagavat Dharma. And when should one start practicing? He said Kaumara. In Kaumara means after 5 years of age, or ordinarily when we understand that I should not walk naked. From that time you start practicing Krishna consciousness. You start practicing Krishna. Somebody says, well, why should we practice Krishna consciousness now? This is for old people. In old age you will see. No. It's not possible. Because death is for everybody. And death does not come till one is old. So if a 5-year-old boy dies, means he is old. The death does not come without being old. Not that when only 100 years then you become old. No, in 5 years. That's why in English is also good sometimes. To let us know that we are old, say, how old are you? Right? Somebody said 2-year-old, 5-year-old, old. So that according to Siddhanta, according to philosophy, it goes very nicely. Who dies? Old people. 5-year-old he died. So, now somebody say, why only after 5 years? Why not before 5 years? So before 5 years, a child learns from mother. From the womb of the mother he starts to learn. And whatever, just like Prahalad Maharaj, he learned in the womb of his mother by Narad Muni, right? So therefore it is advised that when a woman is pregnant, she should read Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita, and that will give effect to the child. And then when child starts growing, mother start teaching him different rules. Speak truth, don't steal thing, don't do this thing, do this thing. The grandmother will take the child to temple. Prabhupada used to say that in Kanpur, the JK group is there, right? So the old lady, she used to take the kids every day to temple, because outside their house, their JK house, Radhakrishna temple is there. And she said, whoever comes to temple, I'll give 1 anna, 1 penny. But 1 anna today in 50, 60 were very costly. So the kids, they have to go. Or will get Lachidana, Prasad, right? They will go. Somehow or other, the goal was to get kids to go to temple. And after 5 years, when they start understanding things, and that's where one should start practicing Bhagavad Dharma. Start building the bridge which will connect us to Krishna. The Kaumar Acharit Pragna. Acharit means put in practice. Krishna consciousness had to be put in practice. Then it has importance. There are 3 kinds of knowledge. One is called acquired knowledge. By reading, by hearing, you can acquire the knowledge. But acquired knowledge will have no effect if you don't practice it. Jnanam vijnanam sahitam yad jatva mukchase asubha. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Jnanam vijnanam sahitam. Whatever knowledge we have, you must put in practice. And if you put in practice, Jnanam vijnanam sahitam yad jatva, then we will know about the object, about Supreme Personality of Godhead, or anything that we have learned about. Even science you are learning, but you don't put in practice. Earlier we have, like in Rasayan Shastra, in chemistry, we are learning how to make hydrogen gas. So we read it, and then we went to laboratory, and we are putting, sulfur and water, whatever, Zn plus H2SO4, Zn SO4, whatever. Yes, we are practicing. And that we are making some kind of gas. So practice had to be there. Jnanam vijnanam sahitam yad jatva, after practicing, mokshase asubhat, then you become free from asubha. Asubha means unwanted thing which will causing the trouble in our life. You become free from unwanted desire. So first one is acquire knowledge. Then you start, practice that knowledge. And when you practice it, then that is called a realized knowledge. When you practice, then you realize the meaning of that thing. So acquire knowledge, realize knowledge. And the last one is called revealed knowledge. Revealed knowledge. Like, as and when you become a little grow old and old and old and old, so automatically many things you will come to know. You are not even ready, but you will come to know. That will reveal. Same in spiritual life also. It says, Dipya Gyan Hridaya Prakash. That knowledge is revealed. So first thing is acquire knowledge, then realize knowledge, and then comes revealed knowledge. And that is the perfection of knowledge. That is perfection of knowledge. So he said, Kaumar Acharet Pragno Dharman Bhagavataniha. Why should I start from childhood only? He said, Durlabham Manusam Janma. this human form of life is awarded to us to achieve the rarest thing. We should not waste our human form of life for achieving or getting money for eating, sleeping, mating and defending, which is available in any form of life. That's not most important. It is awarded to us for a special purpose, and that is to go back home, back to Godhead. This body is the means to go back home, back to Godhead. So, if you have a car, you can, that is a means. You can take the car to college, you can take the car to brothel, you can take car and make accident. I mean, you can do anything with the car. But depends on you how you want to utilize the car. To say that this body is an airport from where the plane leaves for heavenly planet, leaves for hellish planets, leaves for Vaikuntha, and leaves for Goloka. Now, which ticket you want to buy depends on all of us. So we should buy a ticket for going Vaikuntha or Goloka Vrindavan. That is the perfection of life. That's the real way. So, acquire that knowledge, the knowledge of Krishna consciousness. Now, how to acquire that knowledge? That is by association of devotee. Because this human form of life is very rare. And as I said, the all plane lives from this here. So catch that flight. Durlabham, Manusam, Janma. This human form of life is rarely achieved. Mother Kunti said, Nirdeha Adyam Sulabham Sudarlabham. No. Anyway, in Bhagavatam 11th canto, I think. Nirdeha Adyam Sulabham Sudurlabham. It is Sulabham. We have got the human form of life, but once you slip, the Sudurlabham. वो लीडो का खेल क्या है ना? Right? It went up and came in snake mouth, comes down. Right? So if you don't practice Krishna consciousness, then it will go down, all the way down. Now we have climbed up, we have come here, we got the human form of body. Let us not do something that again we have to go back to become mosquito. Then again climb slowly, become that million. So the one life, please use this life to prepare for going back home, back to God. Durlabham manusam jannam. So we have achieved this rare birth as a human being. Tadapi adhruvam arthadam. He said, although we have achieved it, but we don't know how long we are going to live. We are here with one way ticket. A return ticket we have, but we don't know the date. Right? We don't know when we are going to die. We are born here, okay, that we can know. When we are going to die, we don't know. There's adhruvam, we don't know when we will die. But this body, arthadam. If anything you can do better with this body, first class, and what you can do, the first class, that's what Prahalad Maharaj said. Yathahi purushas eha Vishnu pada sarpanam. This is the best thing you can do. He matlab certainly. There's certainly one thing you can do the best. What? Vishnu pado sarpanam. Sarpa means going fast. Sarpa. Sarpa means no snake. Sarpanam. Sarpa means going fast. Don't waste time. Let us try to go as fast as possible because time is passing. Where? Vishnu Pado, at the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. Means becoming Krishna conscious. So one thing best we can do, and that is to go towards the lotus feet of Krishna. And believe me, if Krishna is happy, then we all will become happy. We all become happy. With this body, you can't make anybody happy. You cannot make your own body happy. Right? Always body wants this thing, that thing. All these senses are pulling. Ear wants to hear some nice thing. They are fighting each other. There is a fight going on in body itself. I always give example, if you are sitting in cinema theatre, there is on a screen very nice movie going on. And all at sudden, the sound goes off. Movie is going on, all picture is there, going on. There is no sound. What happens in cinema theatre? Making noise, right? Everybody starts. There is no sound there, so the sound comes. Why? The eyes are already watching. What is wrong? But ear is not hearing. They are envious each other. They are envious. Or sound is coming, but picture is not coming. So senses cannot be gratified. You cannot. We are not expert in gratifying our senses. We cannot please our senses. But it is easy to please Vishnu. You cannot please your wife. You cannot please your parents. You cannot please your society. You cannot please your children. You work like donkey. Still a wife will say, her husband is better than you. Right? Children will say, hey, dad is better than you. He getting me latest iPhone. Like that. The parents will say, अरे तुमको पढ़ाया लिखाया इतना बड़ा किया. You are taking care of your wife, don't care for me. Society will say, अरे you have got so much money, what are you doing for society? Everybody will only find fault. But Krishna is so kind. He does not find fault with anybody. Even a small thing you give to him, he appreciates that. Patram pushpam param toyam yomi bhaktya parachati tadaham bhakti upahita snami patayatmana. If somebody offers me something, love and devotion, I accept that. Love and devotion have to be there. Krishna is known as Bhavgrahi Janardana. Krishna is Bhavgrahi. He wants to see in your feeling what you want to do. Do you want to give or not? Putana, you heard the name Putana? She went to kill Krishna. She had mixed the potassium cyanide in her breast and she wanted to kill Krishna. Krishna did not see that she had come to kill. Krishna saw that she had come to give me something. This nectar and poison affects on us, not on Krishna. On Krishna there is no question of, rasgulla or mircha. Everything is same. He wants to see how you are offering it. So we should learn how to offer everything to Krishna. And this will make us for Vishnu Pado Sarpanam. When you offer everything to Krishna, that means we are going towards Krishna. Yada esa sarvbhutanam priyam atmesvara surit. And question comes, why should I go near Krishna? Why should I approach the lotus feet of Krishna? He says, yada esa sarvbhutanam priya. Krishna is the well-wisher of all of us. He is the best well-wisher. I'll give one example. How Krishna is well-wisher. Only fool after knowing this thing will not take shelter of Krishna. There are 12 divisions of knowledge. The 10 division we acquire from school, college, like pragya, panda, gyan, etc., etc., vivek. But true knowledge is set when we are born. From that time, the true knowledge is always there, inbuilt, inbuilt, true knowledge, and that is smriti and vismriti. Nobody go to school, college to learn how to remember things or how to forget things. Does anybody go? No. You go to learn so many things. You get degree, but nobody has got degree for smriti and vismriti. And there is other thing like in science. You can be first class, in physics, so first class in math, first class in, chemistry, or anything like that, or literature, whatever. You can first class in that. But the smriti and vismriti, everybody has same. There is no degree up and down. Not that somebody very smart and intelligent, then he has better smriti than other. No. Now, how does this smriti and vismriti work? What's your name?
Anirudh.
Aniruddha. How many friends you have?
Maybe 5 good friends, maybe 10 good friends, 15. No.
Okay, you got 15 good friends. What's your name?
Dhruv.
Dhruv. So if Dhruv comes in front of you all at sudden, will you remember his name or all 15 names?
I remember his name.
You remember his name? Now you have 15 friends and you are remembering his name. What happened to 14 names?
I forgot.
Who arranged that? Did you try to forget?
No.
Who arranged that?
Vismriti.
Krishna. It says, Mattaha smriti jnanam apohanam cha. This remembrance and forgetfulness comes from me. So he gave remembrance that he is your friend Dhruv. And he took away the knowledge of all other 14 friends. Is not very powerful thing? Which school college teaches this thing? Nowhere. So Krishna is Yada Esa Sarvabhutanam Priyam. He is most dear to everybody. Not that somebody billionaire, so he is Smriti Sakti, very good. And somebody very poor, so he always forgets. Nothing like that. He is Sarvabhutanam. To all living entities. Equal. Priyam. Atma Iswara Suvrit. Atma Iswara is Paramatma in our heart sitting and doing this thing. He is the sanctioning authority. Without sanction of the Lord, nothing moves. Even blade of grass cannot move without the sanction of Krishna. Krishna is sanctioning authority. Many times Bhagavan sab karta hai. Once one man asked me a question that if Krishna is doer of everything, then why should we suffer? He should take the karma. Why should we take the karma? Very intelligently he asked this question. So it was in Bombay. So I said, have you gone to airport? He said, yes. I said, did you take taxi any time to airport? He said, always I take taxi. I said, okay. So when you go to airport, do you pay the taxi wala? He said, yes. I said, why do you pay? A taxi wala brought you there, na? He says, Arey, you are one who brought me here, why should I pay? No, you desired. You told him to take me to airport. And because of your desire, he brought you to airport. Thus you have to pay. So you desire to do something, and Krishna, as sanctioning authority, he sanctions. So who had to pay?
One desires.
He had to pay, na? Because you desired. So karma, he had to take the karma. Why Krishna had to take the karma? So Krishna is Paramatma, Atmeshwara Shuhrit. What kind of Paramatma he? He is Shuhrit. Only last night I was giving lecture and I gave one story. I'll finish it. One story that once there was a very rich man, and once he got heart attack. Very rich man, and he had 4 wives. Very rich man, so he had 4 wives. Prabhupada said, if you can maintain, if you have money, if you can maintain, then you can marry more than one. Not now. I mean, Krishna could maintain 16,108 wives. So, okay, you can maintain. So this man at least he had 4 wives. So he had heart attack. And he saw that how Jamdutas are coming and grabbing him and all this thing. So he almost on deathbed. And he had a nightmare, all those things. But somehow or other he survived. So next time, as soon as he came home, he knew that he was going to die. But he was so frightened, he did not want to go alone. He didn't want to die alone. So he asked his 4th wife, his newly married one. He asked, my beloved, look, I have been taking care of you so nicely. I am bathing you, I am feeding you, I am making you sleep. I am always with you. But when I die, I don't want to go alone. I want you to come with me. So this young girl, she said, if you want to die, you die. I don't care. I'll go to my parents. Poor fellow. Got very disturbed. Then he looked at a 3rd wife. And he said, look, I know that your character is not very good. You are very chanchala. But still, I always keep my eyes on you. Right? And I protect you. I take care of you. I know I'm going to die. So I do not want to die alone. I want you to come with me. He said, if you want to die, go and die. I am young. I don't care. I'll go and get married again. I'll get married to somebody else. And when he heard this thing, one more heart attack. My bad, I didn't die. So 2nd wife, he looked at 2nd wife. And he again said, 2nd wife, look, I have been always there for your need whenever you ask for anything. I am there. I do not want to die alone. Please, you come with me. He said, my beloved husband. Well, this is arrangement of the Lord, that we do not know who will die when. So I cannot assure you that I will die with you. But I can assure you this much, that I will take you for cremation. That fellow was sinking. He didn't know what to do. Then he heard a voice. He said, my beloved husband, I am your 1st wife. I know you don't care for me. And he looking away from the voice. He had totally forgotten about her. A skinny lady. And any wife who are, neglected by husband, their life is terrible. So she said, I am always with you. I was with you. And when you were busy enjoying with the other wife, I took care of all your business very nicely. So I am with you. And when you die, I will come with you. I was with you, I am with you, and when you die, then I will come with you. Now, answer me. What is this?
Soul. Paramatma, his 1st wife.
Okay, very good.
And 4th wife may be body.
Eh?
Body may be 4th wife.
Fourth
Body.
wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Chanchal is mind. Mind is chanchal.
Money.
Money. Eh?
Second are the relatives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you are very intelligent. Yes, the 4th wife, what did she say? You die, I'll go to my parents. That's what she said, no? So when we die, all the 5 elements of the body, Go to Mahatma. Fire, air, water, air, everything. Third wife said, you die, I don't care, I'll get married. So, when we die, the wealth is less. And who takes the wealth? Son takes the wealth. If nobody there, government will take the wealth. Somebody will take the wealth. Somebody else. And second one, so I will take you to cremation, that was the family member. And first one is Paramatma. So ultimate goal of our life is to understand Atma, Atmeswara, Shrida. Krishna is Atmeswara, Shrida. Your best well-wisher who is always there. Who was always there and is always giving with us. So you all are very intelligent, boys and girls. Please practice Krishna now. This is the time. That doesn't mean that you don't study or anything. You study very nicely. But side by side, practice this thing. And life will be so sublime. Even in your study, you will do very good. And as I said, toward the end of the life, it will help. So now it is the time for acquiring the knowledge up to 25 years. And 25 to 50 years is practicing the knowledge, whatever you have learned, you practice it. And then after 50, you start teaching, whatever experience. You teach to others. And after 75, what you have learned now, 25 years in Krishna consciousness, that will be there to help you. Bhakti Pushpa Maharaj in Bombay, and he gave a lecture. A very nice thing he said, which I liked. I thought I'll share with all of you. Because in India we have youth festival, a lot of youth festival. Just now, on 12th October, we have youth festival in Delhi. The Prime Minister is coming. Almost 18,000 students were practicing, chanting Siddhiram, they are coming. So in Bangladesh, there are youth festival. And almost 2,000 students came. And they had invited Deputy Commissioner of Bangladesh as chief guest. So when he started speaking, chief guest speech, he said, we all are Sanatani. We all belong to Sanatana Dharma. All the boys were very happy, he started clapping. He said, but the Hindu, they identify themselves as Sanatani. But I must let you know, the Hindu today are confused. Their brain is rusted. So when they heard this thing that like really condemning, and they got disappointed. First they became happy, secondly they became disappointed. Then he explained them. He said, look, if I say confused, then Hindus are confused about God. Muslim, they know Allah Akbar, right? Christian, they know, if you know me, Christ, right? They have own God. But Hindu, look at the philosophy. Somebody said, there is no God. Atheists, they said, no God. Somebody said, we all are God. Somebody said, God has no form. Somebody will say Kali is for God, Durga is God, Shiva is God, Ganesh is God, like all 33 crore Devata. They are God, one of them. And they are not happy with 33 crore. They say, this Baba is God, that Baba is God. Are they not confused? You made point, they are confused. And their brain is rusted because they are not practicing. It is very clear in Shastra who is God. In first canto, third chapter, Krishna said, Sutta Goswami said, Ete chansa kalapunsa Krishnastu bhagavan Indrari vyakulam loke mediyanti yuga yuga. Brahma said, Isvara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. If we study this, our Vedic literature, then we will not be confused. Our brain is rusted because you are not studying. So you all young boys, study very nicely Prabhupada books. Practice Krishna consciousness along with your study. And then you see, study you only side thing, real thing is Krishna consciousness. If Krishna conscious you are, then you will always be blissful. And if you are blissful or happy, then पढ़ने में मन लगेगा, अच्छा से पढ़ोगे. So please go on practicing Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada said at least minimum 16 rounds once you chant. If you chant 16 rounds, read Prabhupada books. And this way, you are working for both worlds. This world as well as spiritual world. That's why Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita 9th chapter, Raja Vidya, Raja Vidyam, Pavitram, Idam Uttamam, Pratakshava Gamaham, Sustam Kartum. The ultimate goal of life is to understand who am I, who is Krishna, what is my relationship. And if you know this thing, then this will bring us happiness. What kind of happiness? Abhyam, everlasting happiness. Only by knowing who am I, what is my relation with Krishna, we will become happy. So, we have an opportunity. This is a season of devotee. Please practice and always remain happy. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Any question? Yes.
Prabhuji, you had mentioned that there are 3 levels of consciousness: Atma, Jagriti, and Bhavana.
Bhavana,
Yeah.
Chetana,
Chetana.
Jagriti.
And in
Chetana means pure consciousness, the Atma कहते हैं.
Atma,
And Jagriti means symptom of life. मर गया है कि जी रहा है. And Bhavana means polluted consciousness.
so when the living entity is pure, then the Atma state, and then when the Jiva is the polluted state. But Prabhuji, like, could you talk a little bit about Jagriti? What is that borderline consciousness, and how do we classify living?
Jagriti doesn't get contaminated. Jagriti. You know, we all are here. You can see, you can talk. Jagriti is there. Even sometimes people they fall down from something, and sometimes become unconscious, right? And so, oh, he has become unconscious. But he is still alive. He may become unconscious, but he is still alive. And then he becomes conscious. So Jagriti means always. Or other example I can give, while we are sleeping we dream. So who does the dreaming? It is Jagriti. In Jagriti state you do the dreaming. The polluted consciousness is always there. You are sleeping or up mostly. And Chetana means purified consciousness. Okay? Alright? Yes.
Prabhuji, you talked about those 12 categories.
First you all have to say, where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm based from Hyderabad, India.
Okay. So you are Telugu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Body.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prabhuji, I'm from Delhi. My mother from Vrindavan. So I wanted to ask Prabhuji this 12 categories of knowledge that you told. In this, all these categories of knowledge, we also hear that there are 4 categories of knowledge, which is Vedas. In how it is divided. Now we hear about
No,
this
they
12
are
categories
the
of-
book of knowledge. The Vedas are book of knowledge. You acquire the knowledge.
But this realized knowledge is then these 12 categories.
Right?
Is this realized knowledge which is this 12 category?
No, this realized knowledge means whatever you have acquired the knowledge from Veda, here, there, all these things. And then you practice it, then you realize. So there are 2 sections. Who I can those 12 knowledge I can just tell you. Any other question? Go ahead. I have saved somewhere.
There are 3 questions.
Yes, go on.
Prabhuji, how do we maintain our thoughts pure? Of course, we chant, but when we are chanting, our consciousness is pure, but rest of the day we interact so much with material world and our thoughts get so much contaminated. So how do we maintain pure
Thought
consciousness?
comes from where?
Mind.
Right. So mind means accepting and rejecting. Who controls the mind?
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
But still, sometimes it happens that
No, let me come up. So intelligence is very important. You have to become intelligent. And if you are intelligent, then you can control your mind. For example, when you are driving, not here, but in India, when you are driving, then sometimes somebody who are driving in front of you, going very slowly, maybe learning, but you have to catch flight or something. मन करता है इसको उड़ा देते हैं. Sometimes we like that. Mind is like those who. But who controls that? So Krishna consciousness is intelligent. Prabhupada said, Buddhi Yogam Timam Srunum. Second chapter. So Buddhi Yogam, Prabhupada translated that means Bhakti Yoga. So Krishna consciousness is the only thing which will control your mind, your thought process, everything. So try to be Krishna conscious. And what is the easiest way to be Krishna conscious? Think of Krishna. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. First Smarana comes after Sravan and Kirtan. So if your Sravan and Kirtan is strong, then Vishnu Smaranam will be there. Then when bad thing appear in front of you, but it's not remember. You have to observe so much. एक बार हिंदी में बोलता हूँ, थोड़ा चेंज कर ले, क्लास को लाने के लिए. एक बार एक लड़का था, उसके गर्लफ्रेंड से अपॉइंटमेंट था, और थोड़ा लेट हो रहा था, वो दौड़ते जा रहा था. गाँव का बात था. एक मौलवी साहब थे, वो नमाज पढ़ते थे, और उनके पीठ पर झुके थे, पीठ पर पैर रखा, भागते चला, मुझे जाकर नमाज गड़बड़ हो गया. देखना कौन बदमाश है, हरामी है, ये है, कुछ गाली दी. अब जब अपने गर्लफ्रेंड से मिल करके आया, मुझे पकड़ लिया और रहे गाली गलौज करने, तो बदमाश कहे, तो मेरा नमाज खराब कर दिया, मैं नमाज पढ़ता, मेरे पीठ पर पैर रख दिया. कहा चाचा क्या बात कर रहे हो, मैं ऐसा कर सकता हूँ क्या? ऐसा कर सकता हूँ? कैसे आप सोच सकते हो मैं ऐसा कर सकता हूँ? मैं आपको अच्छी तरह जानता हूँ. और उस लड़के का रिकॉर्ड फर्स्ट क्लास था गाँव में सम्मान करते थे उसको. लेकिन उसका दिमाग कहाँ था? लड़की में था. उसका दिमाग कहीं दिखाई नहीं पड़ रहा था. हमें ऐसे ही अपना दिमाग करना पड़ेगा. कहाँ पर? कृष्ण दिमाग रहेगा तो दिमाग खराब नहीं होगा. और कैसे होगा? श्रवण कीर्तन से. ओके. Other question? Yes.
Prabhuji, you said that.
नहीं तो अपना नाम बताओ, कहाँ के हो, गुजरात हो, पंजाब के, कहाँ के हो?
हाँ जी, मेरा नाम रूपल है और मैं दिल्ली की रहने वाली हूँ. पर मेरे पेरेंट्स कश्मीरी हैं, so हम लोग.
Okay.
तो आप कह रहे थे कि ऐसे remembrance and forgetfulness कृष्णा से आती है. So just a very basic question. So for instance, we go for an interview or we give exams and stuff like that, and we tend to forget things. Does that mean that Krishna wants you to forget that? And
No, Krishna doesn't want us to forget. Krishna doesn't want to forget. But that means, see, the mind and brain had to be synchronized. You have in your brain about, everything what you have studied, but just not in synchronizing the mind. I'll do other example. Sometimes we have a bunch of key and we forget the key somewhere. We know about the key everything. घर का चाबी है, अलमीरा की चाबी है, इसका चाबी है, इतने चाबी हैं, सब याद है, लेकिन चाबी है कहाँ याद? So that comes from Krishna. So of course, if you are Krishna conscious, then you will not forget. In interview, you will not forget. Krishna will be before you. Otherwise, just remember, the ultimate goal of life is janma labha parapunsa anta narayana smriti. When we are dying, so much pain is there. Out of pain we forget everything. But the devotee of the Lord, they are able to remember Narayana at the time of death. Because they practice. Throughout the life they practice. There is no question of forgetting last moment. So, if you have studied nicely and you are Krishna conscious, Krishna is there to help you. Krishna is there to help you. There is no question of getting confused or forgetting. He will bring the intelligence. Any other question?
Prabhuji, do you have any pastimes of Srila Prabhupada that you would like to share?
I have many pastimes. Well, I'll tell you one pastime about the book distribution. Okay, recently I was in Austin and 2 classes I gave on Bhadra Purnima. So once it was sometime 1976 ka baat hai. And we had a president in Akhanand Swami and I was in Vrindavan, I joined Vrindavan, so I was serving with him. Like a Chinta Prabhu is serving with me, so I was his assistant. So 9th Canto Bhagavatam has come, brand new, printed. And Prabhupada, they offered first to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada was going through the book. Then he had to go to washroom. He kept the book on the table, and he went to bathroom. When he came, book was missing. So he was disappointed. So he called for Akhanand Swami, let him question. And he said, what happened to the book? The newly arrived book was here, I went to bathroom, I left it here. Where is the book? So Akhanand Swami did not know, he was trembling. He said, Prabhupada, I was in my office. He said, what kind of president you are? No, support I started, trembling. That the president means you must know everything. Then when Prabhupada saw that, he had no word to say, then he looked at him again. He said, this means people like my book. You boys and girls are going out and distributing books, and I am sitting here and distributing my books. So he made whole thing. You want such a story? I can tell one story about me. That it was 77. Both happened. I have 2 pastimes Prabhupada and happened in 77 only. We were in book distribution, we had gone to Aligarh, and we came, and 77 Prabhupada were not feeling well. So it was early after April, after Gaur Purnima, he had come to Vrindavan. So Prabhupada was in Vrindavan, sitting under the Tamal tree and having darshan for Assam Sundar. And we had Mahindra ka Matador. So we came and we heard that Prabhupada is there. Around 5 o'clock something evening time. And I jumped out of the Matador. I came running. Rasam Sundar, that side Prabhupada is sitting here with darshan. And I came and I offered my obeisances like this. I forgot totally. My feet were towards Rasam Sundar and offering obeisances like this. Prabhupada saw this thing. He noticed it. And he told one devotee, Sadhana, and to tell him that he offends. So he came and told Sadhana to Maharaj, who was British, so I had a hard time to understand what he was saying. I am from Bihar. We hate English those days. I must say, Prabhupada, I can speak. I know you South Indian hate English, Hindi. Prabhupada, society for everybody, Hindi, English, everybody. I am speaking. So Prabhupada called me and he said, उधर ठाकुर है, ठाकुर की तरफ पैर नहीं रखना. Direct principle Baba kept me. Is why one. Same here. The Prabhupada everywhere, wherever he was in the world, 6 o'clock morning he used to go for morning walk. No matter, even 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, doesn't matter. He went for morning walk every day. So my service was to clean his car. 4 new ambassador car were purchased, one in Bombay, one in Mayapur, and 3, one in Vrindavan. 3 ambassador car were purchased. So my duty was to clean Prabhupada car. And I Akhananda Swami assistant. So one day, Prabhupada car I was cleaning, and Akhananda Swami used to drive Prabhupada. I understand. So he told me that I forgot one file. I have to show to Prabhupada. So when Prabhupada comes, then you make him sit in the car and tell him that I am coming. I am just going to get the file. He rushed to get the file, and meanwhile Prabhupada came out from the room. The Gurukul boys were chanting from Samhita side. He came out, and when I saw Prabhupada, I was so excited. I was chanting. Prabhupada came, and what Achanand Swami said, I opened the door. But foolishly what I did, our clinic car was here, I opened the door, I should be that side of the door, I was this side, I opened the door and I did like this. And I was offering efficiency. My Prabhupada cannot enter in car. Then I realized what a great, I realized that I was like shivering, I was shivering. Not out of fear, but out of, my offense in what I am committing. Out of my respect, I was shivering. And Prabhupada was standing and I was smiling. I was 17, 18-year-old kid, So he was kind and he did like this on my sikha. Same sikha, bigger. He did like this. So, means he showed that, okay, all right, no problem. I always said, there are 4R formula: realization, repentation, rectification, reunification. First one must realize that I did mistake. Then repent, why did I do that thing? I should not have done that thing. Then rectify, so you don't do anymore. And then reunification. And I applied all 4. First I realized that I was feeling guilty what I did. I took out my hand immediately, rectified. And then Prabhupada mercy came. Like that, many stories are there. Other story I can say that once on Juhu Beach, Tamakis Maharaj told me, once on Juhu Beach, Prabhupada came from the west, and it was 72 or something, and he went for morning walk, right? So everybody who was walking on Juhu Beach, Prabhupada met everybody that good morning, like here in America, everybody said good morning. So Prabhupada was saying good morning, good morning. So all the devotees, they were wondering that Prabhupada in India, he Indian, these people, they know about Krishna, Rama, all these things. Why he saying good morning, right? So Prabhupada said good morning, and then when he came back, after coming back he went to his room, he was sitting. And these devotees, they are full of with question in their brain. So they went to Prabhupada. And Prabhupada said, so then they said, Prabhupada, when you are walking, they are all Indian people. You have Indian body, you are Indian. Why you are saying good morning to everybody? Prabhupada did not reply a single word. He just kept mum. So they understood that he is not very comfortable or very unhappy. They all walked out one by one. Okay. Next day, again Prabhupada had a morning walk. Now all the people whom Prabhupada had good morning, everybody saying, Jai Sri Krishna Swami Ji, Hare Krishna Swami Ji, Ram Swami Ji, they all were saying. So again Prabhupada came and he was sitting in the room, all the devotees again. So Prabhupada was sitting like a lion. So, did you get the answer of your question? Yesterday we were saying, I was saying good morning, right? So communication is very important. Prabhupada was trying to say that, look, I communicated with them by good morning. And today they communicated by, my language. I communicated their language. Because who knows somebody Jain, somebody Hindu, somebody Muslim, somebody Christian. But if you say good morning, then it applies for everybody. Anybody can say good morning. And the next day they were saying, other thing that Prabhupada did not insult any guest. Once there was a devotee in Bombay. His name was Kejriwal, Manmohan Kejriwal, later on became Manmohan Das. So one day, him and his wife, they invited Prabhupada for lunch. Subhamananda, Krishna Maharaj, Achitananda, and few other sannyasi and Maharaj, Prabhupada, they all went for prasadam in his house. His wife was the best cook. She cooked everything, but she didn't know that we don't eat onion garlic. So he put onion garlic in the food, and sabji and dal, all that thing. So Prabhupada was eating, he said, oh, very nice, very nice. And all these devotees, they are smelling, and they are like, Prabhupada going on eating, Prabhupada going on eating. So they were so shocked that Prabhupada told us no onion, no garlic, and here they are eating. So this American, they are muffat, they don't, so they didn't say anything there. But when Prabhupada came, this charger on him said, Prabhupada, you told us not to eat onion garlic, and you were eating. So Prabhupada kept mum, he didn't say anything. He didn't want to reply them or something. But then he realized that it's not good, they'll misunderstand. Then he said, if you are going to any guest house as a host, it is your duty to not insult the guest. If you had told that there are onion garlic, the lady was out of love, she had made all these things. Because she didn't know. She would have been offended. She felt devastated. So we should not, and onion garlic is harmful. It's not like meat or anything, it's harmful. Not simple, it's harmful. Therefore we say it is simple also. And this famous picture is there in Prabhupada's quarter still. You can go in Prabhupada's quarter, in the kitchen, you can see everybody sitting and eating. That is a famous picture. Manmohan told me, he showed me. And when Manmohan's wife came to know that they do not eat onion garlic, she became so devastated. She was feeling so guilty. So there are two things. If they would have told, would have different thing. But she came to know later on that they don't eat onion garlic. And that was turning point that they, husband and wife, became devotee. And they took initiation of Prabhupada. The first congregation member in India. And then stories are like that. Alright, I have to leave.